We have the Dennis Rodman of Digital Landlords, baby.
Oh, dude, who's that? Is that?
Our guest here.
Oh, E's calling himself the Dennis Rodman of digital real estate.
I think
E,
we better call him the
Boys,
Dennis, dude.
what's
I got
up,
hair
dude?
just like Dennis Rodman, you know? I'm thinking about getting it dyed.
Dog, I freaking love that dude. How low maintenance is that?
Uh, as low as it gets.
Was that a
Just
decision
fucking
where you like, was it fading and you're like, I'm just gonna own it, or you just wanted it like that?
it was, dude, I am cursed with the hair gene. I was like 20 and it was like, well, I'm gonna eventually have to bite this bullet. Someday, let's just do it now. And then now it's just me. So
Bro,
it's all right.
you probably
Maybe
get
I
a
get to 50K, I might get that Elon Musk, hair transplant or something
dude.
like that.
You got the Musk transplant, you got the freaking LeBron. Like these are good transplants, you know. There's actually this service down in Mexico, bro. I'll talk to you about it later. But you go and you like stay the night on the border in like freaking, I don't even know which is it El Paso or something. You go across the border to do the procedure. It's like half of what they charge or a fifth of what they charge in Hollywood. And I've seen some good results from some of the friends that I've had that done it. Okay. But here's what I was gonna say, dude. I respect when people own it, dude. I freaking love it. And the best part is if you just keep a little bit of scruff, I think it's a vibe, dude. I mean, Andrew Tate paved the way for everyone that wants to do it.
Very true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my girl doesn't mind. That's all I really care about. But
I
we'll
love it.
see. At
Okay.
first, people were like, "What'd you do?"
No. I like it, dude. I like it. And also, you don't have to deal with it. You're just like, I'm just going to get all the time I was spending on my hair, I'm going to put it into work.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Okay, bro. I know you and Porter have chatted on here before and everything. You guys left me out. It's cool. So catch everybody up that didn't see the last one. Where are you at, dude? What part of the States are you sitting right now?
I'm in Connecticut right now. I was in California, and then as soon as I heard about this, I was like, I started looking into it, and I'm like, well, I think I might be able to do this. So I got one deal before I joined the course, and I did everything wrong. Everything wrong. Too competitive. Everything wrong. I tried to learn WordPress, which now I understand, but stressful. And I'm probably never going to rank that site over the next 6 years or something, but somehow I got a client.
Yes.
And I was just like, well, I can stay here in San Francisco and pay $9,000 a month to live in a shack, or I can go for this and make a big change. So packed up, threw girl and the girlfriend and the dog in the car and drove across. And yeah, now we're sitting here at 10K a couple months later.
Bro, proud of you, dude. I really am. That's
Thanks,
sick.
man. I owe it to you, buddy, on Thanksgiving. So thank you.
All right, there we go, dude. So a couple things I want to start off with, and we're gonna get into some nuggets for you guys. But guys, this is the whole thing I'm talking about, right? I told you guys, this free group is like me sending free leads to you guys, right? When we send free leads to our business owners, we want them to make money. We send them a free lead. It's not like we're like, dude, I hope they don't make any money. We want them to make money. I do these lives. I do the content I put out. I do the YouTube. I do the trainings because I want you to make money, okay? It's exactly what happened with E. He came in. He's like, what is this? Boom, free group, boom, boom, boom. Got a deal. And he's like, okay, it works. Now, this is the funny thing, and I want to point this out. What people don't realize, and we get once in a while, you get someone that's kind of cocky. They're like, oh, I already got a deal. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. And it's just like what you described. You can get it. That's the one interesting thing about when you set up the ads and you can shortcut it is if you don't know how to do the due diligence process, you can get a deal on paper. That deal's done as soon as the leads get a little slow, as soon as the contract's up, and then all of a sudden it hits you. You're like, dude, I'm never going to rank this website ever. And I'm not making hardly any on this. So it's fine because I've done the same thing. But like I've had people that are like, well, I already got a deal. I'm like, cool. Let's see you replicate it and get to 10. Let's see you replicate it, get to 50. So the thing I want to just give you a shout out is like you're like, hey, I got a deal, but I understand there's things I'm missing. And I'm guessing that once you got in and saw the due diligence process, you're like, shoot, dude, I'm screwed on that first deal. But you just go get some more deals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, the one thing you told me, I mean, and you remember, dude, I was like that on that call. I was sitting there like this, like, I got this. I did this thing. And
Oh,
you
dude,
said
you
one
were
thing to
such a
me.
hard sell. He was like,
I was
yeah,
like,
he was Mr. I got this. It's okay. It's okay, bro. We got
yeah, well,
here.
it's like I was like, I did sales. I'm like, well, it's sales. Like you just call and sell. And then, but the one thing that you told me that made the most sense is that, there's the slow way to learn everything, and then there's the fast way to learn everything. You can, yeah, you'll probably be able to figure this out. And I'm sure tons of people in this group are like that. You probably will. But how long is that going to take? Is that going to take 12 months? Is it going to take, even 6 months? Because if if I didn't join the course, I wouldn't be at 10K right now. I might be sitting there. Maybe I got one more, but it's a time saver because you have the guide, you have the roadmap. It's right there, and it will pay off as long as you do it. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's really it. You're going to save so much time.
Dude, and then what happens when you do this once? Now what's going to happen, is the next time you want to do anything, you're not even going to think about doing it on your own. You're going to go, dude, okay, I want to learn to freaking be the best, whatever it is. I want to learn to like be the best videographer, if that's what you get into. You're going to go, I could learn this on YouTube, or I could go find the guy that teaches videography that's exactly making the income I want to make, doing the kind of videos I want to do. I'm just going to go pay them. And it's like like something clicks and you're like, dude, I could save time. I cannot get time back. I can get money back. So I did the same thing this year. I hired somebody to help me with my physique. And I was like, dude, I've been lifting weights. Porter can tell you this. I've been lifting weights like since I was 16 years old. My dad used to used to make my girlfriend go home because he's like, hey, we're going to work out like on a Sunday night kind of thing. I know how to lift weights, but I was like, I want to be in the best shape of my life. And I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel. So I found somebody, didn't even know if they offered it. And I'm like, hey, boom. And I've never been in better shape my entire life. And the irony is I actually am not even working out as hard. I'm working out 3 times a week. I'm eating I had 4 cookies earlier today. Like I just didn't know certain information. And now I do. And it's like, oh, that was worth 20 grand, whatever I paid the guy, right?
Right. And I'm sure you valued it a lot more too, because like when you pay for something, you value it. And it's like, how many, like, I mean, I'd say like just for the gym scenario, like how many people pull off a shitty workout off of Google and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this, but it's like, you don't value it. It's not free. But now it's like, if you miss that personal training session or whatever your program is, it's like, you're not, because you're paying for it. You're going to value it more. So it's the same thing in everything. And you're right. Now moving forward, I'm not even going to waste my time. Be like, who's doing this the best? How can I pay them to get me to places I want to be?
Yeah. Facts, dude. Porter, you were going to say something.
No, I was just saying, dude, I feel like a lot of us just don't really quite understand how valuable our time is. Like, I just thought it was always easier just to take get the free, like change your own oil, do this, do that, like do it yourself, like DIY. But dude, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like I was totally wasting so much time and money because I was being so prideful and just thought that I was actually saving money, but the time it actually took me to do it doesn't make sense. I could have just paid for it later, like focus on making more money, and I could have easily just paid someone to do that. So I just think it's a lot of us just need to get over that roadblock of just realizing like how important our time is.
Dude, how old are you, E?
31.
31. I'm 32, going to be 33 in a couple months. Porter, what are you, 22?
23.
23. This quote hit me hard when I heard it, and I've thought about it a lot. It was Hermosi. He said, when I was in my 20s, I wanted more than anything to be rich. I would have given anything to be rich. And he's like, now that I'm rich, I would trade every single penny to be in my 20s.
Yeah.
That's facts, dude. And especially when you cross 30, like, dog, testosterone ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying, dude? Freaking, we're taking the supplements.
Yes, sir.
In Porter's case, the needle.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, that's part of why I started looking into doing something else, because it's like you punch a clock for 10 years and like I screwed off in my 20s too. I partied, I traveled, I had my fun, and then I'm sitting there looking at my nest egg going into my 30s, and I'm like, I'm not punching a clock. I'm not doing this anymore because I'm still probably going to be broke by the time I'm 65 if I do this. I have to make some kind of drastic change right now. And it's like, that's when your mentality switches. It's like you stop turning on Netflix at night, you start listening to podcasts, you start reading books, you start putting that out into the universe. And then something like this comes across, you know, your path, and you everything in your being is telling you not to commit. Like, don't, like, this could happen. We could waste it. We could do all this, but I promise you, if you just commit, guys, you will be successful. It's just about taking that jump. And once you're in it, you're in it. The only place to go is up. But punching a clock, that ain't it. That ain't it. No one punching a clock besides software developers, lawyers, or doctors are living good, you know?
Yeah. Dude, and here's what's cool. A lot of people say they're all in. A lot of people say they're sending it, but I can tell that you are doing that. And guys, it's proof that he freaking, and this is what the way that I see what you just told me is like, for you, the move to Connecticut was just as symbolic as it was practical. In your mind, it's like, I'm getting out of this shit. I'm getting somewhere else, new career, taking my girl, I'm taking my dog, I'm getting in a new environment, and I'm going to send it. And that was like, kind of like that freaking symbolism to you. And you're like, I'm just going for it. So I guess what I want to ask is, how important has it been for you in your success since July of basically learning about the model, less than 6 months, getting to $10,000 a month, completely changing the entire trajectory of your life and career? How important has it been with changing your environment? When did you move to Connecticut?
Totally.
I guess question.
Well, I mean, I moved about a month and a half ago, I want to say. Kind of, it was right at the beginning of September, dealing with all that. And yeah, I mean, it's like, I forget who said it, but I think it's Ray Dalio. He says, you know, it's like, you want to know why you're a loser? It's like, look at all the bums you hang out with, you know. And it's like, there was definitely a lot of that going on too, and it's fun and everything. But I was like, I don't want to sit here and be king of the fucking losers. Excuse my French, but you know, I don't want to be king of the losers. So I knew that something had to change, and I had an opportunity here. I grew up here. I vowed I would never come back here, but now everything has changed because there's a purpose now, and there's also a ton of contractors here, which is I use that to my advantage as well. A lot of people that I know. But yeah, environment is huge. It's huge. I mean, I got my own little office. I'm comfortable. I'm not getting bugged by people that want to do unproductive things, you know, just piss away money at a bar or anything. I mean, I quit drinking. I mean, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. I'm putting in 8 to 10 hours a day. I mean, I live here and I love it. I love this. It's so much fun too.
Sick, dude. It's funny when you get older, we're not old by any means, but like, I never could have seen myself going to a small town. I was like, I'm like, all right, get out of here, you know, and spent time in West Africa, spent time in these different states doing door-to-door sales, moved to like a much bigger city. And now I'm like, I could see the allure of just like removing the distractions. But ultimately it's just about changing your environment, guys. So, okay, E, let's talk about this, dude. A lot of people are interested in this model. A lot of people they say they're going to do this model. A lot of people actually go through the work of setting up a landing page and an ad and the whole thing, right? In fact, there's a lot of people that even, you know, join our program, right? But you were able to get to $10,000 in a relatively short period of time. What do you feel like, and this isn't, I don't want you to make a plug for Digital Landlords. That should be a given. Obviously, you guys want the secret sauce. That's where it's at. We don't need to talk about that. That should be without saying. But on top of that, what has been like the key to you getting there as quickly as you have? Is it a mindset thing? Is it a practical thing that you're doing? Is it a niche that you're focusing on? Like, dude, that's why I wanted to have you on, is like, getting that 10K is the hardest. And once you get to 10K, your mind's like, dude, if I just do that 10 more times, I'm at 100K a month. And I'm like, I'm in the 1% in the US and probably in the world. I don't know the statistics. Like, that's, dude, 1.2 ain't a bad freaking living, dude. So what's been key and paramount to your success?
Well, picking the right area. I mean, the DD is crucial. I mean, you're not lying when you say it's like the riches are in the niches. And it's also just the confidence to know that, like, when I go into an area, I mean, I'm not wasting any time. I'm not wasting any time or money on like something that isn't going to produce. I mean, before I got in, I had built the, I mean, I got the one deal, but there were numerous. There were like probably 4 or 5 that I wasted time and ad money and all this stuff. And it's like, then once I saw the formula about to get it, I'm like, oh, like this checks all the boxes. I'm good. And it was like having that confidence. I mean, for me, it kind of just like energized me when I got on the phone, because I was like, if this guy doesn't want it, he's an idiot, because he's going to make so much money if he partners with me. And it's like, that conveys to the business owners that you're calling. Like they can hear that in your voice. So when you're confident in your DD, I mean, you can really, I mean, for me at least, it energized me, and I feel like it gave my sales a boost. But other than that, it's just really committing. I mean, you know, I kind of put myself in a position where I couldn't fail too. I mean, it was like once I got here, you know, I just like I had some savings, but it's like that's not going to last forever. And you know, all I had was this course. I had my laptop. I was like, let's go. Like failure isn't an option. I'm gonna end up homeless, you know. So and you'll be surprised what you can do when you put yourself in that situation.
Shout out to Eminem, dude. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure's not, dude. Dude, Marshall, you sick bass, dude. I freaking love you, Eminem. Dude, I've said this before, and I love that you said that. And Porter, by the way, just freaking cut me off at any time. I'm just gonna keep going. But like, if there was this way that we could eliminate every single business opportunity, SMMA, Etsy shop, print on demand, freaking vending machines, whatever these business opportunities are, right? We eliminate all of them. And the only opportunity was rank and rent or be in a 9-to-5. It would scare you how many people would make money immediately with this, because guess what? They would not be distracted. They would not be looking at the next model. They wouldn't have one foot in the next opportunity. Because guys, what I've learned is that as a human, when things get hard, when we get to the problems that we need to solve, and those problems that we solve are what are actually going to make us money, it's so much easier to go to something else than it is to just bear down and figure it out, because it makes you feel productive, right? That's why people are like, well, I'm not going to make any calls. I'm going to read Alex Hermosi's new book today instead of doing calls. It's like, dude, okay, well, me and E and Porter are going to be hitting the phones. So that's fine. But like, so anyway, I love what you said, dude. You have your laptop, you have the program, and you got to make it work. And go figure, you're now at 10K. Like, that's the thing, dude. I ask this question to every person that comes on here. What's the key? What's the trick? And guess what? The answers always are very underwhelming, because there's no trick. Just do the work.
Do the work.
Like literally, that's it. Like, and when you come into Digital Landlords like you did, the first thing I have you do, watch that video. We talk about exhausted but satisfied. And in that video, set your goal. Then you create a map. How are you going to get to that goal by that time frame? And then guess what? I got some freaking unexciting news. The key to it all, do the work, but do it when it needs to be done, even if you don't feel like it. That's it. Done. Simple, man. You look at all the top people that everyone watches on the internet, right? Hermosi, Tate, freaking Iman Gadzhi, whatever. They all say the same thing, right? Do the work that needs to be done when it needs to be done, period. Boom, right? I hear all these guys saying that. It's the same thing. The people at the top, they know what the work is. I've identified the needle moving activities. And then the difference between them and you, or them and even where I'm at, at way different levels, is that when I let my emotions, I'm going through a divorce affect me. I let, so-and-so's upset, I'm in a tussle with somebody, affect me. They're just going and compartmentalizing and going to work. Tiger Woods, do you want to know how Tiger Woods was as good as he was? He's banging 120 chicks on the side. And I don't want to be inappropriate and go into that, but like that dude, when you read his story, he was so good at compartmentalizing, and you're like, what, wait, he had a complete second life? How? Right? And I'm not saying that we should whatever. I'm just saying that dude mastered compartmentalizing, right? He didn't let this other thoughts affect him. He just got it done. He's like, I got to hit thousands of balls. I got to hit this shot. I got to hit this, boom. Like, and that's the whole key, man. And when you can dial that in, that's when you're going to start to see big jumps in your business. So how have you been able to do that, dude? How have you done and how has it evolved? Getting that needle moving work done. Cause I know for me, dude, back in the day, it was like, if me and my wife were fighting, I couldn't even get work done. I was like, oh, we got clear the schedule. We're sitting down. And now it's like, that's important, but like, I got to get some stuff done and then we can talk tonight. Like, because I got to move the needle. You know what I'm saying? How have you been able to do that?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I just kind of, I told my girlfriend, I was like, well, we have to do this. Like, and I made it very clear when we moved. I was like, this is what we're doing. Like this trip, you know, like or this move, we're supposed to stay for 6 months before we go and buy our own house and stuff. But we both sat down and made an agreement that you know, this isn't a fun trip. It's like we're not going out, we're not going to concerts, we're not doing all the stuff that we used to do. Like we're both here because we need to get something off the ground so we can like build a life, like enough to have a good life. So, I mean, I just kind of lock myself. I like set my alarm every single day. I come in here, I shut the door, and I've written down my whole schedule. This is what I'm doing from 5 to 6. This is what I'm doing from 7 to 9. I'm on the phone for 4 hours, and then you just do it. You just do it. And I mean, moving, like I came back, I grew up in this town. I didn't tell anyone I was coming back. And I was like, I'm walking around with my hood up when I go to the store because I don't need any distractions, you know? Right. So, I mean, that's a huge part of it. But I mean, for me also, it's like you once you get momentum and you get that first sale, I mean, that rush, I don't know about you, but like when you get a deal and you're like, it's the best feeling in the world. And you know, you become like a junkie. You just want to chase it. You want to chase it, you know, and you get more confident. And it's like, that guy told you to, you know, F off over the phone. You're like, forget about it. We're moving on. And we're just keep it going, you know? Yeah. And, yeah. And then I get motivated by the group too. All the posts and stuff I see, like, oh, this guy just got this big deal. And, you know, oh, so-and-so just got to, you know, 50K or something. And I'm like, that's where I want to be, you know, or even when you post, man. And I mean, you're talking about, you know, $1 million, whatever you make, $3 billion a month or whatever you're at now, you know, it's motivating, just how you want to look at it.
I love that. I want to share this little clip. I hope it's the right one. I know the longer version is the right one, but I don't have time for the longer version. So you guys see my screen right here? Can you guys see my screen, Porter E?
Yeah.
I'm going to play this. I might be way off. This is the video I've watched. I'm hoping this is the shorter version. Let me just.
Every big business I've had.
Can you hear me? Can you hear the audio on the computer? You can hear Mr. Hormozy talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Check this out.
Layla and I consciously we look at each other, we're like, this is going to be a season of no. And so we stick to that season until the thing is done. The more success we get, the more accolades, fame, whatever you want to call it, the more amount of people try and take time from you. A season of no is not doing things that you probably didn't want to do. It's actually not doing things that you kind of wanted to do. I'm turning down things that I would probably otherwise accept. Even right now, I would say like our marriage is on maintenance. We're good. Our focus is not the marriage. Neither of our focus is fitness. Right now, the focus is growing acquisition.com. And we've already set kind of like what we want to get done. And until that's done, we're going to be in a season of no.
Boom, done. E is in a season of no, right? In 2020, I was in a season of no. I sat down with my wife and I was just like, look, I'm tired of not having enough. I'm tired of saying no to vacations. I said, I am going to be doing my normal routine. I'm going to be at the gym at 7, you know, the whole deal. And I said, after I'm done at 5:30, I'll put the phone off. I'll help you with the kids. We'll hang out, whatever. As soon as they're down, I'm coming back up to the office. And you're probably not going to see me until I figure this out. And she's like, okay, I respect that. And dude, when you say that and you're taking time away from your relationship, it's like, I'm not going to be up here jerking around, dude. Like I got to make some money. And that was what I did, dude. All that entire year, at least until July, dude, I was just hustling. I did not watch TV. I was like, I can't watch TV until Friday night. And then Friday night, I'd binge the hell out of a series. I'm like, oh, it's my time, baby. I watched Narcos like 4 times. I watched Ozark. Dude, it was like 4 a.m. I'm over there just freaking, they got the covers on, dude. I'm like, oh, I'm just going deep. Got old Marty, just him and the cartels on Ozark. Porter, have you seen Ozark?
No, I haven't, but definitely
That
need
is
to.
more important than anything you're about to do tonight. Go watch it. It's amazing. It's a good business show. But no, okay, dude. I love that. Seasons of No. That's the thing you guys need to pick up on this, because I keep bringing people on. He's at $10,000 a month. He's done it since July. That's a short period of time, dude. Like I think we forget, if you were to go start a Jimmy John's, it would cost you $500,000 liquid cash. You would be lucky to break even by whatever, 18 months, 2 years. And you would have an operating business that you can't just take off and go travel like that until you have your systems in place and everything's good and the whole deal. And I think sometimes we live in a fairy tale land and we're like, dude, I'm not at $10,000 in 30 days. And it's like, well, number one, you didn't pay anyone to train you. You're freaking watching YouTube content. So that's the first problem. But even like sometimes people inside the program, they're upset. It's like, dude, the fact that you chose to change careers and you're already at 10K a month, which is like very few people get to in the comparison, the grand scheme, it's almost fake, dude. But I think we forget that, because like, oh, Nick does 100, or Porter, like Porter got there in this period of time, or Eugene's at 50. And I love that we're comparing ourselves, but like, let's remember 10K is a great accomplishment, bro. So you should be proud of yourself, dude. I'm proud of you. And dude, the more success you have, the more success that, like, the more it helps me. So dude, I'm stoked as anybody. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through a couple of the questions that we have. Okay? Hang tight. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go. Okay. My screen is gone. I don't know if I can see these. Okay. I can see a couple of these. Hunter White says, damn, Dennis Rodman is wise. The Dennis Rodman of digital real estate, dude, the worm.
That looks nice, dude.
Freaking love D-Rod.
I'll rock it.
Bro, screw Michael Jordan, dude. I see people like rocking the 23. I'm like, dude, 91 with the freaking camo hair, looking like he's got earthworms in his head all day, dude. Freaking.
Yeah, I'm going to North Korea with the digital landlord swag on.
What I'm saying, dude. I'm like, hey, we got practice. I'm going to Vegas. Freaking Madonna, give me a call. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Greg Rose. Oh, this is E. Just hopped on. Had a great Facebook chat with him this week. Dude is rad. Boom. Greg Rose. Love Greg Rose. Greg Goulet said, let's go. Greg's a stud. Okay. Greg says, got to get back to a family event. Look forward to watching this in full later. Awesome. Tom says, wow, this is exactly my problem. My productivity is so tied to my mood. Needed system to separate in two. Let's talk about that real quick. What is your system, dude? Like for me, it takes work. It's a muscle, just like asking people for money, just like going to the gym, just like saying no to the cookies, as I ate 4 today, dude, with the freaking little drizzle on top. Okay. I deserved it. It's a muscle, dude. Like doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. Like the first day that you try it, you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to go, oh my gosh, I just got a text message and I think my dad's mad at me because of this. And like it throws you and you have to go, okay, I got to just rein it back in and I still got to get this done. Okay. And like, to me, it was learned over time. I'm not perfect at it, but I don't know. What about you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, Porter.
No, I was just saying, dude, I remember when I lost my first deal, dude, I thought like the world was ending at that point. Like I held on to that first deal for so long and I was like, oh, dude, this is my baby. And then when I lost it or whatever, it was like, it sucked. And it was like kind of changed my mood. I was actually like with my wife's family in Colorado like a year ago. And I was like, dude, this sucks. And I felt like the whole vacation was just ruined because I just lost this deal. And so, I mean, my solution is like, dude, get more deals. Like if the problem is like with getting deals or with maybe your wife getting mad at you, whatever it is, like for me, it was the deal. So get more deals. And then if I drop one, it's fine. Like just be like, oh, I'll just backfill it, you know? But I just feel like we just want everything to go so smooth that when we have these little setbacks, it really just rocks us. But yeah, I think you're exactly right, Nick. I think the more experience you have with that, it's just natural that you just become stronger at it and it's easier for you.
I like that word.
Yeah. No, that's good. You just, the more deals you have, you don't have to worry about that one, you know? I mean, you're always going to baby that first one. I mean, for me, it's just a matter of just getting rid of distractions. It's like, like Nick wouldn't have eaten the cookies today if he didn't buy them. So it's like, it's the same thing. It's like, I got my TV out of my room. When I moved in, I was like, my desk needs to be as close to where I wake up as ever, where I don't walk past the living room. I don't walk past, Xbox or whatever, that might be a distraction. And it's just, you sit down and you do the work um, and just stay motivated in any way. I mean, I mean, you see me, I'm commenting on everything every day. I'm the most annoying person in the group. I'm always posting stuff, talking to people, plugging things, talking about stuff. And it's just like that. I'm in the zone. I'm in that world. I'm here. This is my money zone. We're here. Work is getting done. So just build yourself that little area. When you're there, you don't do anything else.
I like that.
Well,
And
I have a question for you.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, for most people, I feel like obviously we know when you put yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable, it's either burn the ships or go broke, like whatever. But what about those people that, like, for you, like, or whatever, like, you're comfortable? Like, how do you get past that, like that honeymoon stage where you're excited about it, but you've done everything and you're like, like, do I really need to do this? Like, what advice would you give me if that was me? Like, oh, like I'm good, but I don't really necessarily need this.
Yeah, well, I think that if that's the way that you're going to be, I don't know if you're necessarily going to be successful. I think that you have it deep down in yourself to, like, you can never be satisfied. Like, satisfaction is the thief of greatness. You can't just be happy with, like, oh, I'll just punch this clock. I'll do this. I'll take the one deal. And that's great. I got just enough. I'm going to spend the rest of my day doing nothing, which is what most people do. They sit around and they do nothing. They look at their phone. They consume, or they, whatever it may be. But it's like, once you start creating and trying to better yourself, it does become addicting. At least that, for me, that's how I felt. But I mean, if you're comfortable, I mean, good, enjoy it, be comfortable for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but
Well
you're
said.
but I would
The reason,
but you're trading that for future. I would say you're choosing comfort over future greatness.
Right. And more comfort in the future too. Like, when I put 6 months, I was like, this is what we're doing. I said I was going to get to 60K, which I still think I'm going to do by the end of the year, at least from when I joined the course, But then, yeah, like, once you get to there, yeah, go on the vacation, take a month off, go to the south of France, do stuff like that. I mean, those are the things, those are the keeping my eye on the prize. It's not like, oh, I get a Christmas bonus, I'm going to go down to Billy's bar and get the big fruity drink or something. Like, that's not exciting. Come
on. There was a question that just rolled in. It went away. My screen is stupid. It just keeps pushing them down. But somebody said something like, for somebody who has a full-time job and is looking to build another income stream, does it make sense to do this part-time? And I'm going to tell that person, most of the people that join our program are starting part-time. In fact, I know that, like, it takes a rare individual like like myself, to actually be the person that's like, hey, I'm quitting my current thing full time and I'm going all in. So that is the norm, not the exception. Okay. Also, Bernardo says, I have no problem locking myself up to get the work done, but like a typical OCD ADD, I get so caught up in the weeds. The needle barely moves some days. Here's the answer, Bernardo. Focus on getting the deal. Okay. Get OCD about getting the deal. Get ADD about getting the. I got no problem with you getting OCD about getting the best that you possibly can at getting people to get you credit cards. Because if you can figure that out, all that other stuff you can hire out. The problem is everyone has it backwards. Everyone hears about this like, I got to learn the technical side. No, you don't. And if you can't get someone to pay you money, learning the technical side is a waste of time. Okay. That's the answer. So be OCD. Don't fight it. Let it, use it. Say, I'm going to be OCD about how can I get more and more people, and how can I become the best person at getting people to give me money, period, end of story. Guys, Thanksgiving Eve, 2-year anniversary from when I initially announced I was going to beta launch Digital Landlords. At the time was Flat Fee Mastery. We've seen people make thousands and tens of thousands, and we got somebody right now that's at $50,000. Shout out to Eugene, per month. Okay. It's been an amazing ride. I'm super excited. Appreciate you guys being on. Porter, And once again, guys, I am not a Black Friday deal guy. You guys can go and buy your favorite knockoff clothing stores from China and Etsy and whatever else you guys shop on. That's fine. That's not me. However, as I told you earlier, I've got a little bit something special I will do for anybody from now until Friday. So guys, appreciate you being on. I've dropped the link to the application there. Porter, appreciate you guys. I'm out.
Thanks, buddy.
See you guys.